Does that give it sound, or do I need to restart OBS? Hi guys, hope you're well. Some names I don't recognise here, so Lawrence. Hope it sounds alright. Let's chat about stuff if you want to. Lawrence, this is a K-line, yeah, I don't know, can you see the headstock if I do that? It's a K-line Truxton. On my last live stream, oh no, that's not quite the headstock, there you go. A subscriber from relatively nearby said, I'm thinking of selling mine, and I was like, okay, we have a problem then. Freddie, who has a hollow. No, wait. Freddie's asking when is a John Cordy signature K-line coming out. I don't think it will be. Then another question. Will Rowe, not a question, has a thin line Truxton. Amazing guitar. Yeah, I really like K-line guitars in terms of. I don't think anyone really beats him in terms of value for money. I'm open to hearing suggestions on that, but in terms of like an American built Fender type guitar that is a consistent player and that sort of stuff. I mean, maybe the PRS Silver Sky if you can get them on sale. Lawrence, are you a Franklin employee? But yeah, I think they're great straps as well. Hey Jeff. What drive reverb effects do I use? So on this preset, I'm using the Glitz reverb from Helix. Have you asked Dan Crew about whether he's able to make you a lefty? I think he gets his parts now from Sawmill, right? Do Mario Martin make lefties? Sorry, and then drive-wise, I use the Litigator down in New Jersey. Hey. Right, I probably missed a question. And then delay is just dual delay, like 375 one side and 500 the other. Alex the Anatole says, I have a Jazzmaster and I think it sounds pretty honky and nasal. What pickups are in it? Lawrence asks, do I restring all the tellies that are comparing with the same strings? Normally ones that are being compared have D'Addario strings. I've not compared the K-line to anything yet. This has it has some weird strings on it. The guy that sold it, Kai, said that it had like a hybrid set. So I don't know exactly what strings they are. But normally they'll have a set of D'Addarios on. Hey Chris, how you doing? Stock Fender ones. Yeah, I don't know. It's also to do with that rhythm circuit, right? Which is a little bit strange. Yeah, I don't know. The Jazzmaster thing is definitely. I feel like there's a reason those guitars didn't catch on quite the same way as a Strat and Telly. And it's a fine guitar in its own right, but I do think there are some tones that are just a bit I'd like you said, like a bit nasally. Larry, I've not tried the Tom Quayle Ibanez AZ with ceramic pickups. Someone else might have. Lights Camera Coffee says when I sub I was still playing the J Mascis. I think that would have been when Nemo and Chip were born, right? In my old house. That's a great question. Woojin Kim, who asks, have you ever had trouble with a capo giving you sort of sharp fret notes when you put it on? And I think that's absolutely the problem with the absolute thing with most capos. There are a few options that you can have. So D'Addario actually make, I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think I used it in one of the Nacho videos. But it's like a, let me have a look, D'Addario Pro Capo. I think it might just be called the D'Addario Capo Pro Plus. And that one has a slightly softer sort of thing that intonates a bit better and doesn't go sharp in quite the same way. So that's my favourite solution, which isn't crazy expensive. By the way, I don't know, Brett has also mentioned here, there's two people that have mentioned the, who else mentioned it? Sorry, I'm going up here. Dustin Lothridge mentioned the Modded Player 2 series. I mean, if there is a particular guitar that looks that interesting, let me know in chat here. In general, I feel like... I don't know, I can't afford to do like a review of every single Fender guitar. I mean, it's just tough. Tommy asked if I tried a Tele with the P90 in the neck and what's your feeling about that. I personally would prefer something closer to a Strat pickup. I don't know, you let me know if anyone else feels strongly about that, but for me, yeah, I think a Strat style neck pickup is more where I would lean rather than a P90. I've not found myself in a P90 sort of mood yet in life, but maybe it will happen one day. It's 8-gauge strings as well, Chris, is part of the thing with Holdsworth. This is a K-line, yes, Matty. So Brett says they basically look like slightly more modern version of the Player 2. So if anything for me, I'd like to kind of go the other way. Do you know what I mean? Where I prefer like a Strat to have be even more vintage. Hey Beebs. Hey Ben. So I prefer my string action a little bit higher, I think, rather than super low. done Harley Benton reviews, Brandon. I've done an SG. I did a headless guitar. Dustin, I have had an interest in Nashville Telecasters. I used to have a Hot Rod. What were they called? The Hot Rod 60s telly. I bought it after seeing Ben Jones live using one, and I played that in Israel for a month. I would say Nectaris has a really good question, a philosophical one. Why do True Fire courses and not hire a tutor? Well, I think you would go to True Fire courses specifically because you've got someone who is like probably streets ahead of your average guitar tutor. Would be my thing. So if you like went on there for some Tim Miller stuff, for instance, like there's guitar teachers and then there's Tim Miller. Likewise, there's guitar teachers and there's Robin Ford. I think of it more of like a masterclass type thing. Do you know what I mean? Where you can go to someone for a specific thing. But if you were looking for specific tips on your own technique, then of course a guitar tutor would make more sense for that sort of thing. Or, you know, so people ask me to do Skype lessons and I find it a bit difficult for myself personally because it's a bit tricky. Glenn asks, have I ever tried a G&L ASAT? No, I haven't, because I used to have a G&L Legacy, but I've never tried like a full-on ASAT. I've had a... What are the ones where they're... what's the word? The ones that were built in Indonesia. I've had one of them, or Korea, wherever it was. I used to do a lot of work on things like Petrucci. Oh yeah, Tribute, that's what it's called. Ben's got it. That sort of stuff I used to do a lot of. Is this stream gone weird? Looks like it's dropping frames. Have you ever tried made in Japan lawsuit guitars? What, like the Tokai? I had a Tokai 1984. Does that count? Upload has been a bit slow. Right, here we go. Let's get back into these questions. I don't know if you remember last week I asked if you heard of a Fender Strat FSR in HSH with a Telecaster neck pickup in the middle position. I do remember you asking that, but I don't remember specifically. Dropping frames, yeah, it's going slow. Can you please make your preset available on the Vailton GP200? I don't have a Vailton GP200, I'm afraid. Have you ever tried any of the Japanese Ibanez AZ2209 Tele-like guitars? I haven't.